Next, I'll invite Dr. Thomas George to speak to us on PG analogues.
Thank you, Ganesh. This is practically a pharmacology lecture rather than an off-cell lecture. Prostanoid basically works on the prostaglandin and receptors and matrix metalloprotease activation, remodeling of the extracellular matrix, and increases the uveoscleral flow. That is the mechanism of action. They basically degrade a whole set of proteins that are in the extracellular matrix, laminin, fibronectin, etc. And prostamides, that's slightly different in that they have a role in increasing the trabecular outflow also. Indications are basically originally open angle situations, open angle glaucoma, OHT, NTG, and post PI, even PACG, we have found that it works, so that has also been added into the indications, and of course secondary glaucomas. So most of these anti-glaucoma medications came with specific indications, and then we found out it works in the others also, so we can actually interchangeably use quite a lot of them. There are no absolute contraindications because there are no major systemic side effects. Only one being first trimester of pregnancy, and when you're planning to get pregnant, you can have more abortions. Active uveitis, herpes simplex, and like I told you in pregnancy, there are relative contraindications. It is not that we can't use it. Latanoprost, travoprost, trafloprost are the prostanoids, and bimetoprost lands up in the prostamide group where it works on the trap meshwork as well. Uniproston also works on the trap meshwork, but it's in a slightly different group, and its dosing is different. I'll come to that. Latanoprost is the prototype prostaglandin, and peak effect is in 8 hours post-instillation and lasts for about 12 to 24 hours. Once a day dosage, IOP reduction around 1/3, and higher efficacy with absence of systemic toxicity sets apart all these prostaglandin group from the other anti-glaucoma medications, 0.005 being the percentage once a day dosing. Latoprostine Bunod, this is the new one coming in related to it, has a extra moiety. It's a prodrug. So once it gets inside, it splits up and gives off one nitric oxide molecule, which increases the trabecular outflow also. So it's targeting two mechanisms now. That's the difference. It's yet to be marketed in India, best of my knowledge. It has a latanoprost plus one nitric oxide releasing moiety. As far as drug deliveries, there are other things that are coming out. There are these subconjunctival inserts, typically a contact lens, and these are all in trials. Punctal plugs impregnated with latanoprost is being tried out again in trials. It's not yet out. Travoprost being the next one, 0.004 concentration once daily, OHT, POAG, NTG being the primary indications. It still works in the others also. What is coming up soon for travoprost would be a microparticle embedded hydrogel implant into the AC. It's expected to sit in the inferior angle and slowly degrade, releasing the drug so that the patient doesn't have to, it's like your intravitreal injections. We are also getting into the same group. Punctal plug delivery systems also being tried out. Hopefully these will eliminate compliance problems. That's what we are interested in. Bimetoprost, 0.03% being the concentration. IOP starts reducing in about 4 hours post-instillation. Maximal effect is 8 to 12 hours and should not be administered more than once daily, and for lowering of IOP. The 0.03 is the original dosing. Now we have 0.01 also with less redness, less fat atrophy and things like that. Bimetoprost also has an intracameral implant. This is actually FDA approved, not yet reached India. These are injected into the anterior chamber. Once again, it goes and sticks to the inferior angle. Preloaded sterile applicator. Insert the needle into the cornea, enters the anterior chamber, depress a button. It's like Ozurdex injection into the AC. and the patient has to sit up for 1 hour so that it gets stuck in the right place. Ocular inserts with bimetoprost, like one ring like this, you put into the fornix. That's again nearly out, phase 2 trial. Phase 3 has to finish before it comes out in the market. Again, long-term use. The one thing about Durista, that's the one I just told earlier, the package insert says you can use it only once. So it is a one-time use for about 6 to 9 months. Whether you can use it again, people have done it in US, but it's not yet in the package insert. Tafloprost, the big advantage here is there is no preservative in the Unim version of it. There is a Unim version and a bottle version. So the Unim version has no preservative, so we have finally got a prostaglandin which is originally marketed as no preservative. Excellent IOP reduction, duration is little less than latanoprost, improves blood flow to the optic nerve head. They've got some studies for that. And uniproston is a twice daily application. That is the disadvantage here. It's unlike the others, it's a twice daily application, 1% being the dose. Adverse effects, all of us know about hyperemia, stinging, itching, burning, all local, eyelash. Orbital fat atrophy, we don't give it much credence, but those of us who have to operate after 10-15 years of prostaglandin use know that even putting in speculum can be difficult because the fat has atrophied, the tarsus is fibrosed, and very inflexible. Periorbital pigmentation, iris pigmentation, all more of cosmetic than life-threatening. So these are considered safer. Thank you. And that is the reason why prostaglandin analog is practically the first-line therapy in glaucoma because there are no real systemic side effects. I think we should discuss drugs for pregnancy and things like that at the end if we have time.